The village of Rosewood was nestled deep in the heart of a dense, dark forest. It was a small village, with cobblestone streets and thatched roof houses. The villagers were a superstitious lot, and they believed that witches and other supernatural creatures roamed the woods around them. They warned the children not to venture too far from the safety of the village, lest they fall victim to the witch who was said to live deep in the forest. One fateful night, a young girl named Sarah decided to test the elders' warning. She was a curious girl, always looking for adventure. She snuck out of her home and made her way through the woods. As she walked, she felt the hair on the back of her neck stand up, and a chill ran down her spine. She thought she saw shadows moving in the trees, but she brushed it off as her imagination. As Sarah went deeper into the forest, the shadows grew darker, and the sounds of the forest grew quieter. Suddenly, she heard a cackle that made her blood run cold. She looked around and saw a figure emerge from the darkness. It was a witch. The witch was old and haggard, with long tangled hair and twisted features. She wore tattered robes and carried a staff made of gnarled wood. The witch's eyes glowed with a strange light as she cackled and approached Sarah. Sarah tried to run, but she felt as though her feet were rooted to the ground. The witch grabbed her and dragged her deeper into the woods. As they walked, the witch told Sarah about her powers and how she had lived for centuries. She promised Sarah that if she stayed with her, she could have all the power and magic she desired. Sarah was terrified but felt drawn to the witch's offer. She was tired of being a powerless child in the village, and the witch's promises of power and magic seemed like a dream come true. So, she agreed to stay with the witch and learn her ways. But as the days turned into weeks and the weeks turned into months, Sarah realized too late that the witch's magic came at a terrible cost. The witch demanded that she sacrifice small animals and then humans to gain more power. Sarah was horrified and wanted to leave, but the witch had cast a spell on her, making her feel trapped and powerless. As the years passed, Sarah became more and more like the witch, twisted and evil. She was forever trapped in the witch's world, where the shadows grew darker, and the forest grew colder. And the villagers whispered that they could still hear the cackles of the witch deep in the woods, waiting to trap more unsuspecting souls. Sarah spent her days wandering the forest, searching for victims to bring back to the witch. She was always on the lookout for lost children or unwary travelers, luring them into the witch's clutches with promises of safety or shelter. The witch demanded more sacrifices, and Sarah was happy to comply, for she craved the power and magic that the witch had promised her. One night, as Sarah was leading a traveler through the forest, she heard a rustling in the bushes. She knew it was the witch, and she felt a pang of fear. The witch emerged from the shadows, and Sarah could see that something was different. The witch was taller, more powerful, and more terrifying than ever before. Sarah realized too late that the witch had gained her strength from all the sacrifices she had made. The witch turned to Sarah and grinned, her eyes glowing with a malevolent light. "Sarah, my dear, it's time for your sacrifice," said the witch. Sarah obliged, handing over the victim.